Yo, what's good, chat? How y'all doing today, man? So we about to react to Jordan Poole has hit a new low. Now, last time I kept up with Jordan Poole was in the playoffs last year when he was doing pretty bad, and I made a video on how Jordan Poole had been playing. If y'all ain't see that, then make sure to go watch that. Well, do I think that he will bounce back? It depends, bro. It depends on him. It depends on how he react to it. Now, do I think he can? Of course. Jordan Poole have talent, bro. Jordan Poole have talent. Is he gonna lock in or is he not? It's up to him. That's why I really don't know. But without further ado, let's get right to it, man.
Moved guard Jordan Poole to the bench after struggling in his first year in D.C. Poole was traded in the summer from Golden State.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was looking like, how is somebody supposed to give that commentary from the middle of the stands?
I'm not kidding when I say Jordan Poole's career needs to be studied, because this is one of the most incredible fall-offs I think I've ever seen in history. And the crazy part is, nobody can figure out why it's happening. Could it be because Jordan Poole's teammates suck? Was he just really good on a team as a fourth option behind Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, and Draymond Green? Did he just sign a huge contract and lose motivation altogether? Well, all I really know is this situation is just getting worse and worse and worse. So before we get to the content, make sure you drop like, subscribe, and turn on our notifications to help the channel grow. Now that we get all of that out of the way, the intro. Poole's career was at a mountaintop when he was the X factor for the 2022 Golden State Warriors, who somehow, someway won another NBA championship with their aging core. The assumption was that once this aging core
that championship was so cold,
to take a significantly lesser role with the Golden State Warriors, the proverbial torch would be passed on to players like James Wiseman, Jonathan Kuminga, Jordan Poole, Moses Moody, Andrew Wiggins. And so far, it seems like the Golden State Warriors completely punted on that dream. A few months after Jordan Poole won a championship and this famous clip came out,
hey, you about to get a bag. No. You about to get a bag. We about to get a bag.
Draymond Green famously punched the living talent out of Jordan Poole. The results, well, team chemistry took a significant...
Hey. Who ain't lied not once? After that championship, that just proved to them. That just proved to the Warriors, like, oh yeah, they can get that bag. They got that contract extension. They started playing like me out that motherfucker. Especially Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins, maybe I don't watch the NBA as much as I think. But Andrew Wiggins, every time I look at Warriors game, Andrew Wiggins don't do anything on the court, bro. He plays some defense a little bit, but he don't be doing nothing.
Significant hit, and you could see it go down all season long for the Golden State Warriors. They were doing fine at home, but once they were hitting the road, things clearly were not the same. And when it came time for the NBA playoffs, they weren't able to get it together. It wasn't just from Jordan Poole's perspective. We were starting to see a little bit of Draymond Green becoming a menace when he stepped on Domantas Sabonis.
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. When Draymond Green stepped on Domantas Sabonis that day, Draymond Green became my favorite player in the league. No cap. He literally stepped on Domantas Sabonis' chest. He literally stepped on his chest, bro. Plus him literally rocking Jordan Poole right in his chin. I was like, bro, what's going on at home, bro? Real talk. What's going on in his household to where he gotta let his anger? Is his kids making him mad? Is his kids failing school? What's going on? His wife not giving no action. What's going on in his family, bro? It's a real question. I'm so serious.
Continue on to this season, of course, but that's a different story for a different day. Eventually, the Golden State Warriors had to make a huge decision. A decision that was so difficult that it resulted in Bob Myers quite literally stepping down as the general manager of the Golden State Warriors. And that was the fact that they had to choose between the new young core that they've been building with Jordan Poole, Andrew Wiggins, and Jonathan Kuminga, because James Wiseman was no longer in the picture. They officially traded him. Or they could continue trying to build around their existing core, although they were getting up there in years.
Especially with his contract extension, plan to have him here for 4 more years at least.
And Jordan Poole would get traded alongside Patrick Baldwin Jr., Ryan Rollins, a second-round pick, and a top 20 2030 first-round pick to the Washington Wizards in return for Chris Paul. At the time, I applauded both sides for this trade. The Golden State Warriors really didn't have much of a choice, considering the fact that Draymond Green was essentially threatening to leave the Warriors if they didn't make a commitment to the existing championship core, and there was no way Draymond Green and Jordan Poole would be able to coexist in the locker room. Meanwhile, Jordan Poole gets the opportunity to show that he could be the number one on a brand new team. Yes, a rebuilding team, but the Washington Wizards weren't as terrible on paper as they seem right now. You had volume scorers like Kyle Kuzma and Deni Avdija that was still developing, Daniel Gafford, who was a very capable center. It was a team that, with the right pieces and the right coaching, could potentially shock the NBA and the East. And what ended up happening was the exact opposite of that. Immediately, you would see this viral clip of Jordan Poole looking very disengaged during a Washington Wizards timeout. This went absolutely viral, and people were roasting the fact that Jordan Poole just didn't seem to be interested in the game of basketball or in what the coach had to say. When Jordan Poole was called out for this, he immediately defended himself, saying this.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was looking like, how is somebody supposed to give that commentary from the middle of the stands? I mean, obviously I can't do anything about it. Sometimes I sit down, sometimes I don't. Coaches they do their huddle earlier on, kind of figure out what they want to do. It's such a long time also, like it's a 2-minute timeout. The coach is probably only talking for 35 seconds or so. But I saw the play, I was locking on the play, I went back just to ask the question, just to make sure. Just continue to be vocal, communicate with my teammates. It's a very normal timeout. Honestly, it wasn't anything that was different.
But the biggest bombshell report was when the Washington Wizards stated that they didn't see Jordan Poole to be a part of their long-term plans. If you recall, when Jordan Poole was traded for, he stated, "Obviously, I wanted to be in a position to have my own team. Luckily, I'm able to do that so young after learning from some of the best." It was a very politically correct answer in this situation. But just 1 month into his tenure with the Washington Wizards, and you hear Mark Stein saying that my sense from speaking to various league observers is that the Washington Wizards want to build up Jordan Poole's trade value for a future move as opposed to seeing him as a cornerstone player. Now, of course, at the time, Jordan Poole was just starting with the Washington Wizards, and he was still trying to figure it out, to his defense. But things would go from bad to worse with the Washington Wizards very quickly, and it was all following the same consistent theme of just having a complete lack of basketball awareness.
Bro, he was so weak. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. And my bad, I'm a little quiet. The reason why I'm a little quiet, I'm literally eating, bro. I'm starving, bro. I was watching the Wizards, I think one game, and I bet on the game. Now listen, don't make fun of me. Listen, I learned from my mistake. I bet on this game, right? I put Gafford over in points and rebounds, and I put Jordan Poole over in points. Now listen, neither hit, right? And when I looked at Jordan Poole playing, I was like, I'm never betting over him again. I don't care how low the points is, I'm never betting. Very next game, it said over or under 12 points. I put under, and it hit. He had 3 points. Whenever you got a 4-leg, let's say you got a 4-leg, you already know all 4 of those gonna hit, right? And then you be like, dang, if I put one more, I could get much more money. But you're not really sure who to put money on. Put on Jordan Poole, put under on his points. He going to get you that money, bro. He strive for under bets. He is going to give you that money, bro.
Like when he played against the Atlanta Hawks and he was down by 20, led a fast break and decided to throw an alley-oop off of the backboard, which is absolutely hysterical if you look at it, because Kyle Kuzma and Jordan Poole looked at each other so proudly after they achieved this. And I honestly don't blame them for being so happy. You're getting paid over $100 million over the lifespan of your career to play such terrible basketball that I would be content too. you? I mean, you already won a championship, both of you have, and there's no chance of you guys being the greatest NBA player of all time, so I can understand being content with your situation. It's like there's no competition, there's no effort, it's just who and vibes. I get it. But it would just get even more ridiculous as time goes on. Like when the Washington Wizards faced off against the Milwaukee Bucks and Jordan Poole tried to walk the dog in order to slow down the game clock, when in reality, walking the dog only slows down the shot clock and completely drains the game clock. And when
Tyson, bite this one more time, I'm gonna choke you out. For real. I'm not playing with you, all right? I'm so serious right now. Bite my cord one more time, I'm gonna choke you out. My dog be thinking that I'm playing. He be thinking I'm playing. Let him bite my cord one more time. I'm choking him out for real.
Jordan Poole does make a good basketball play, he somehow messes it up. Like this moment where Jordan Poole crossed over Cade Cunningham, waited 1 second, and then got swatted by Asar Thompson. The crazy part about this is you could have done anything else and it would have worked out. Jordan Poole could have driven in, waited, kicked it out to the open man, which was Kyle Kuzma for 3, or just put it up himself. Anything but just freeze there like your Xbox controller died. And the craziest part is if you look at Jordan Poole's old highlights, you really realize how far this man's fallen off. And all of this just got to a really bad point about 9 days ago. I want you to understand the context of this situation. About 10 days ago, the Pelicans are facing off against the Washington Wizards. Jordan Poole attempts to drive it down the lane to get a very quick basket without his team being set up or anything. Bear in mind, this is probably the most pivotal possession of the entire game for the Washington Wizards. So with 30 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter between the New Orleans Pelicans and the Washington Wizards, Jordan Poole attempts to drive it in quite literally.
This dude's sorry as fuck.
He
stopped playing defense
and ends up laying the basketball in. The problem is Jordan Poole quite literally traveled to China with this one drive into the basket. And it was so egregious that it quite literally lost the Washington Wizards the game, because instead of any shot attempt being orchestrated, instead of
it definitely was a travel,
instead of even an attempt at the basket, Jordan Poole just gets called for a turnover for carrying the basketball.
Okay.
And at this point,
I was about to say, if he just stopped playing basketball like that, but they didn't call a travel, and he just stopped playing defense, bruh, he's sorry. Cut him. But you lucky. You got off lucky, bruh. You got off lucky. It was a travel.
He has so many lowlights that he was quite literally named the Shaqtin' a Fool MVP.
Oh, no, it's a pool party. It's a pool party.
And ultimately, this resulted in the Washington Wizards bringing Jordan Poole off of the bench. And I can't really blame them, considering how he averaged 15 points per game, 40% shooting from the field, 30% shooting from 3, led
the Jordan Poole is a starter. 15 points per game, 40% from the field goal, 30% from the 3, 9-43 record. End of a legendarily ass era.
Wizards to a 9-43 record.
That's crazy.
But you would think that this would motivate any other player to really get it together, to really step their game up. But the moment he came off of the bench, he did this while the Washington Wizards were down 16, and then followed it up with a Jordan Poole special. A brain
Oh no! Oh no!
But the moment he came off of the bench,
he went over that. Okay. He was going for a foul or something. He got packed out. I wasn't even tripping about that play.
While the Washington Wizards were
but
down
this
16,
right here,
and then followed it up with a Jordan Poole special.
Oh
a brain fart that resulted in him
I think it slipped out his hand.
Inbounding the basketball directly to the Denver Nuggets. So at this point, man, I really don't know what the future is going to look like for Jordan Poole. And it's really a sad fall off. And I think it's a combination of multiple things. I think his role with the Golden State Warriors was the perfect role for him. Coming off of the bench in relief for Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and providing some volume scoring. And I think the saddest part is if Draymond Green didn't punch the living crap out of Jordan Poole, both the Golden State Warriors Warriors would be significantly better right now, because you would have Jordan Poole starting in the Warriors starting lineup in relief for Klay Thompson, who has been having a very difficult season so far. His confidence wouldn't be shot because
Klay Thompson been
never
trash,
punched him.
bro.
And the Golden, an aging Chris Paul off of the bench. You have Klay Thompson that was moved to the bench, which we have to make a video on that very, very soon. I'm going to get on that the moment I get back to LA. And both Jordan Poole's a shell of his former self. There are questions about the Golden State Warriors' original Big Three being able to win another championship, and we're making sad content on how Jordan Poole is a walking meme at this point. It's just so sad, because you have to think what would have happened if Draymond Green and Jordan Poole never had that altercation. It might be one of those big what ifs that we're talking about a few years down the line, because on the Washington Wizards, Jordan Poole is a shell of his former self.
My fault. This is my last time playing the video, because the video is almost over. But like I was saying earlier, it really depends. What is his motivation, right? If his motivation is money, then right when he got his money, his contract extension, that 4-year, $140 million, the same thing would have happened if Draymond didn't literally sucker punch it. Nah, fuck a sucker punch. He Superman punched this nigga straight in his face. Even if that didn't happen, if his motivation was money, the money, bro, he would have the same fall off he have now. Just because he got his money. He already got his contract extension. He got $140 million. If that's not his motivation, if his motivation is, oh, he want to be an all-time great in this league. If that's his motivation right now, and let's say Draymond didn't literally one punch that Saitama ass punched this dude straight in his face. Let's say it didn't happen, right? And let's just say he did get traded to the Wizards anyway. I think he would be perfectly fine. I think he would play the same way that he played that year when they won that championship. The reason why is because he still have all his confidence. And like I was saying, it seemed like now he trying to like prove himself too much. Of course he been had to prove himself to even stay in the league in the first place, right? But now it seems like he trying to prove himself like even more after getting one punch man punched in the face. He got serious punched in his face. You get what I'm saying? He got hit with a right hook from Isaac Frost on Fight Night. Do y'all know who Isaac Frost is? I swear I used to cry playing him, bruh. I used to cry fighting him, bruh. If you get hit one time, bruh, you are stunned, bruh. You can't fight him. Your corner will even tell you, bruh, do not get up close to him. If you get up close to him, he's going to rock you. Even your corner is saying that. And me as a little kid, I'm like, man, that ain't nothing, man. I'm about to go up to the dude. I'm about to knock him out real quick. I go up to there, bro, he hit me one time. I don't even think, it wasn't even no hook. It was a jab. He jabbed me and I'm red. How am I blinking, bro? That's what Draymond Green did to Jordan Poole. I feel like, and if that didn't, like I was saying, there's many scenarios. If that didn't happen, plus his motivation is being an all-time great in the league, that fall off wouldn't have happened. No cap. But let's say he didn't get serious punched by Saitama. But his motivation is the money. When he got that contract extension, that decline would have happened anyway, even if he was on the Warriors.
Realize that until you look at his highlights during the 2021 to 2022 season, and you just sit there and wonder what could have been if Jordan Poole and the Warriors were still on good terms. Let me know what you guys think is going to happen to Jordan Poole. Do you think he's going to get traded for peanuts this summer? Do you think the Wizards are just going to hold on to him because his contract isn't necessarily the worst? It's not the best either, considering his level of talent. I'd like to hear what you have to say. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic until our next upload.
I don't think he's gonna get traded yet. If he's still performing the same way next year, because they're not gonna release him. I don't think they're gonna release him. If they release him, that's tough. If he performing now, next year by the trade deadline, he gone. He gone. Make sure to go subscribe to my guy, The Flight Mike. I'm gonna hit y'all with a double upload tonight. I see another video that I wanna watch. Yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I love y'all so much, man. We almost at 400, y'all. We almost at 400 subscribers, man. Y'all really like that. But I love y'all, bruh, and I'll see y'all tomorrow, bruh. Oh, no. I see y'all soon. Yeah, I see y'all soon. But yeah, I love y'all and I'm gone, bruh.